Hi, thanks for stopping by at Oliver Kershaw Photography. I hope you enjoyed our last video on how to speed up the cache on my NAS. Today we're going to be speaking about backing up photos, what we do as a business to make sure our clients' photos are safe. The reason why we're doing this is perhaps you can take something away from this, implement into your photography or your backup solutions, and it hopefully just gives you a bit of an insight in what we do as a business. What happens on a wedding day? We shoot to our Sony cameras. There we've got two cards. So if one of those corrupts, we've always got a secondary card to make sure that we're safe and protected. We have had a card corrupt on a wedding day before. Yeah, it was a bit of a squeaky bum time at that point, but the other card was safe, so we still had their wedding images safe. And on the wedding day, what we actually do, we do backup on the day to a computer, just to make sure that we've got a third copy of the wedding photos as we've taken. This generally happens when people are eating. Now at that point, it's just making sure that we've got 3 copies of the files that we've taken. So two on the cards and 1 on the computer. Now when we get in, what we then do is ingest all of our files into our NAS drive. When we do this, we make a folder structure by year, and we also make separate folders for each one of our memory cards labeled 1 through 10. The reason why we do this is if a card starts to corrupt, we can identify that card quickly and make sure that we're not using that card again. That is definitely a good tip. So if you're not doing that already, please do number your cards, put them into the folder. So if you see that card starting to corrupt, you're able to identify quickly which card that is, so you're able to put it in the bin and not use it again. Now, we've now ingested all of our files onto our NAS. What we then do overnight is we start our backup to our secondary location. Now, our secondary location is another NAS. Again, this runs in a RAID format, so that it's making 2 copies, and that's our off-site backup location. Now, once we've done that, we now have 3 copies of the files. SD card, we also have a copy on our NAS, and we have a copy at our off-site backup location. Okay, so now we've backed up at our NAS and our secondary location. At this point, you're relatively safe, but what happens if there's an emergency at the office? We have our third backup, which is just a big hard drive that we make a rolling copy of our NAS on a monthly basis. The reason why we do this is so that if something were to happen, if the NAS gets a virus or malware, or there's a fire or anything else, then we've got a third copy that we can always go back to and pull that data back in, which means the data's safe. Now that third copy we also keep off-site in a new location to make sure that we can always go to that location, and it's a third thing. So that's our 1, 2, 3 backup. Now once we've delivered our files to our customers, we also make a 4th copy of our backups, which are on our website, which is SmugMug. We keep this on there for life, so that if our clients lose their USB or anything else were to happen, we've got a copy that we give them a download link to make sure that they've got a rolling backup of theirs. Let's speak about your backup solution. At the moment, you may be just using a hard drive just with your files on that you plug in and put your images on, and then that's it. So at this point, you're not really backed up. So what we used to do before is have 2 of these. So we've got a mirrored copy on the secondary hard drive. Again, this isn't a 1, 2, 3 backup solution. This is just a very simple, okay, if this drive fails, I've got this one to go back to. Now there are certain other things that you can include in your backup solution, which will be a off-site backup solution. Now there are certain things like SmugMug. You can upload your files into SmugMug, which is a great website to use. We use it for our hosting. Or you can use something like Backblaze. Now this is just an off-site backup. It will back up RAW files, JPEGs, and a lot of other documents. So it just means that you're actually backed up. So two of these drive fails, they can fail, and more than likely if one drive's close to failing, the other drive is probably up to failing as well. That's our backup solution. I hope that you've learned something from what we do as a business to back up our clients' files and keep them safe, and perhaps you can take some of these tips away and implement them yourself to make sure that your data is safe as well. Join us in our next episode on YouTube. To find out more, please click subscribe, like and share, and leave a comment in the post and let me know what you think of our YouTube videos so far. See you soon. Bye now.